welcome to my channel. I'm Ashley Marshall. I'm here to do a Taurus season pick a pile download from the ancestors reading. So we have pile 1 with the fast food pin. Bananas are the best fast food, if you like them. Pile 2, marble, keeps rolling around. Oh. And pile 3, unicorn. So pile 1, fast food pin, pile 2, marble, and pile 3, the unicorn. Let's dive right in. So Taurus season this year is pretty intense because we have an eclipse April 30th. The first eclipse that we have is going to be a little easier because of another transit that's affecting it. I can't remember which one. So it makes it, I think, a little bit less intense than the one coming up in May. But let's say that this reading is themed around what may come up during Taurus season, what Taurus season will be like for you, and also what may come up for the April 30th eclipse. Actually, I haven't picked a tarot card for the piles yet, so let's pick a live tarot card theme for Taurus season for pile 1, banana fast food. Okay, you got 2. We'll just go with it. 9 of fire. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. So pile 1, it seems like you've really put something in to the works, like you've put yourself, your energy, your time, your work into something, and so you're really being encouraged to keep going. You know, part of the hard work of creation, of creating something that's lasting and is, you know, something you can put your passion and love and energy into, we have to protect. Oftentimes. You also got 9 of earth, enjoy life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. Okay, so it may require you putting some boundaries and protections, you know, only having people in your circle who you can trust, things like that, to get to this place, right? But I do see Taurus season being like a little luxurious for you, a lot luxurious. Taurus does like to spend a lot of time alone. They like to, they enjoy the finer things. They like to, you know, eat good food, and it really depends on the Taurus, but I know one Taurus is like really into their shoes and has a bunch of shoes, and it's like, yeah, lean into that. Lean into this luxurious time and season during the year. I think like spending quiet time alone, rest. It's always nice to take it easy around eclipse season. So April 30th, you know, taking it easy, giving yourself enough downtime. Maybe if you feel called to like spa treatments, yeah, things like that. Let's see what you're... Okay, love it, your astrology card. So yeah, you're very, I wonder if you have Taurus, sun, moon, or rising in this pile because, and you picked the banana, right? This is so funny. So Venus is all about self-pleasures. It's rules Taurus. So that's why I do think that there are some, you know, Taurus, sun, moon, or risings in this pile, and or you have a lot of planets in the second house. Could be a few things, but I do see this being a time of leaning into, yeah, the little luxuries that you enjoy, the self-care. Venus is all about unapologetic pleasure, okay? It's all, you know, she can tell us where our talents are too, so nourishing our talents, feeding our talents, and balancing it with good rest, good food, self-pleasure in whatever form that you like to, you know, please yourself. That could be sexually, food-wise, with beautiful flowers. Maybe you like to keep Maybe you love crystals, maybe you like to eat fresh flowers. You know, this is the season for really allowing that. And I'm also hearing like moving through any blocks you have around allowing yourself these small luxuries and things that you love, right? Yes. Venus is also really artistic, so it may be a time for you to get back into an artistic talent, you know, find new ways to be creative. Yeah. And in what way are you an artist? What are you an artist of? It doesn't have to be painting, right? It can be so many other things. This is the ancestral card, so really a direct message from the ancestors, your ancestors, to get back in touch with the artist within. And maybe, you know, for you it's visiting and looking at art. Maybe for you it is going to museums. And that helps you get in touch with the artist within. You don't even really have to be creative in that way. That's just not how you feel like you like to express yourself. But just, again, going back to that idea of little luxuries and surrounding yourself with those things. Maybe you're not a spa person, but maybe you like to visit museums, right? Or maybe you like to go luxury shopping. So really feeling into that, leaning into that, recognizing that about yourself. Or maybe you like to spend money on, you know, Taurus ruled really good food, really delicious food. And there's always going to be people who don't understand what you really enjoy and find pleasurable and spend your money on. And, you know, I used to harp on my mom for like paying for tons for parking when we would go to baseball games, Giants games here in the city, because we lived in the suburbs. East Bay Area, Concord. But I would always come back to this place. Like, she never went out that much, and that was her joy, that was her pleasure. It was pleasurable and joyful for her to make the parking part of it easy so that she can enjoy the rest of the game, if that makes sense. So it's like letting that judgment go about yourself and maybe releasing those judgments about other people feels coming up too. How they spend their time, how they spend their money, what they find to be artistic and creative, and what they want to surround yourself with. It's really a time, it feels like, of you, again, like really just leaning into that, really leaning into the Venusian things in life, the beauty, the luxuries, the art, the, you know, maybe it's makeup, maybe it's music, right? It doesn't have to be what one person thinks is beauty and art, another doesn't. So I just want to be clear that it doesn't have to be, you know, within those parameters necessarily. It's what's lush and beautiful to you, okay? Yeah. Okay, speaking of music, sorry for the shaky shake. You also got the Nightingale, which is about, you know, singing your song proudly, being yourself proudly. I also think this really goes back to the Nine of Fire, about, like, believing in yourself, having courage, okay? Speaking freely, speaking your truth freely, you know, and going back to that idea of music. Maybe it is music for some of you in this pile, and that could be something on a grand scale where you want to sing it, where you want to record it, maybe you want to write it, or you want to sing it in your shower, or, you know, something like that. But there's something about music and this idea of like the open throat, maybe even some throat chakra work. But there is this energy, as Venusian and as luxurious and lovely as this season sounds for you. It sounds like also there's going to be some confidence issues coming up. And, you know, there's a reminder from the ancestors to continue singing your unique song, sharing your message, building your thing, you know, whether that's a passion project, job, family, garden, car, you know, continuing to do that, you know, standing strong. The nightingale seems like a small little bird, but it is quite fearless, you know, the positive archetype and aspect of the nightingale is that it's quite fearless. I suppose when it's, you know, it's as it says in the book, when it's out of balance, it, you know, it's shy. Not that there's anything wrong with being shy, but maybe the people in this pile are kind of coming out of the closet about this project, this thing, and maybe you are being approached and required to defend and to speak up against anyone that says that you can't sing your beautiful song of truth and build that thing you're building and have that thing you have, right? I don't necessarily see it as, a specific thing. Maybe it's just you coming up against yourself with imposter syndrome, and you have to protect which that you've created against your own harm, the harm that you may do to yourself. You know, sometimes when things are going good, if we have certain trauma, we sabotage ourselves. So it could be that too. I don't necessarily see it being a specific event, but maybe it is. There may be a moment during the season where you need to stand in your faith, sing your song, protect that which you've created, and enjoy it, right? With Venus here, it's like, protect that which you've created, but also enjoy what you have created. Do you find yourself abundant in finances from this project, from this thing? Like, don't be afraid to enjoy it. Really hone in on those things that really give you pleasure. If that helps you to spend a little more mindfully, okay? Yeah, let's pull a Goddess Guidance Oracle card here live and see what's coming next. What's coming Taurus season, first eclipse, April 30th. For pile 1, the fast food banana. Wow. Mother Mary, maybe. Expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Yeah. I did say I feel like there were Taurus in this pile, and since the eclipse is happening, this eclipse series is on the Taurus-Scorpio axis. It's a big deal for you. So, you know, maybe any dreams around that you've had around an artistic talent, this project, okay? Or maybe it's maybe it's prayers that you've had around being able to accept this new abundance that has come into your life, right? And I do really feel like it has something to do with singing your song, speaking your truth. Maybe it's even like a public speaking engagement. Maybe it has to do with singing music, reciting poetry. That might be where what the miracle is around. And it does feel like it could be financial. Yeah, really excited for you. Pile 1 feels like Taurus season is going to be a really powerful, big season for you. So I feel like that's all. We're going to move on to pile 2. Pile 2, the marble. Have you lost your marbles, pile 2? Okay. And it's staying in the middle. I love that, but I don't know why I left it like that. Let's see. Let's pull a tarot card and see. 2 came out. That's fair. 2 came out for the last one. 10 of Earth, a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. I love that. And Earth cards are associated with the Earth signs. So I think Taurus season feels like it's going to be abundant for you. I feel like this pile is going to reconnect with family, spend time with family, maybe spend time with the kids in their life more. Maybe the plans that you have around family life are going to start like moving forward and picking up. Yeah, and this feels like this pile's going like slower, okay? This pile is maybe not going slow with their dreams and things that are going on in life, but they're making time to stop and look at everything and be really aware and present, right? And when we're with kids and when we're in nature, it's probably some of the most, or with pets, animals, the most present we can be, right? They really require our presence and to be present, and they just, it's the vibe, right? So feel like you're going to be slowing down a lot, not with like abundance or finances, right? Because this maybe a lot of us, you in this pile, are finding that you're finally coming to a place of financial security. Like there's some consistency with finances coming into your life. You know, Taurus season does rule the second house and our finances, so it kind of puts that on the spotlight, in the spotlight. Yeah, so there's this real balance of enjoying life, and I feel like a final exhale for this pile. Like, okay, I can take some time to relax, but I'm not like fully undoing from everything. I'm still working, things are still coming in, but I'm really balancing like family and work for once, and it feels good, and spending time in nature and with kids, and things feel good and balanced. Pile 2, the Marble pile, you also got the Dreamer, Archangel, Metatron, a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunity. So that's kind of what I was feeling like. It's not totally slowing down, but it's more like you're kind of just receiving like unexpected opportunities, because you're over here hanging out with the fam. Like life is good, but the abundance is still flowing. The financial security is there, it's coming in. And I really do feel this unexpected opportunities for this pile. Ooh, I'm kind of feeling called to pull the Goddess Oracle card early about what this unexpected opportunity may be. Let's go with it. Or maybe the rest of the pile can tell us. Maybe the rest of the pile can tell us. We'll see. Yeah, I feel like something that you weren't expecting that's really exciting is coming. And I feel like this is you in this realm of your manifestation. Like you've been manifesting hard, and not like hard, like it, you know, like it's work, but like in a way where, yeah, it's not work and it's going well, and that natural abundance is coming forth. Love it. I'm gonna have to look in the book for this one. Eros, I love that beautiful color. Eros is a comet. The Lover. Symbols are arrows, swans, doves, blindfolds, candles, and hearts. Oh my. Okay, so arrows can indicate our subconscious desires about what we are looking for in a mate. The keywords are romance, desire, passion, sex, love, blending of energy. Okay, yeah. I got a call to like bring this up too, but like with it, because this is the ancestral card and message coming through, and it's like some people in this pile might be trying to hunt down a lover. Or like, yeah, you're being called to track. Maybe some of us are in relationships. I picked this pile, so I'm saying us. And there's some shifts and changes we want to make. Not track them, but list them, right? There's this idea that comes up with the hunter when the hunter comes through, this message that, like, if you want something, you have to know what it is you're aiming for, right? And so the strong energy in this pile, that this pile is aiming for love. And it really feels like we're going to get it. You're going to get it, right? I feel like some of us are already there and moving in this space, and then some of us will be moving into romantic partnership. And the ancestral message coming through here is, yeah, you have to know what you're aiming for. What type of person do you want? And you can go to astro.com. I'm pretty sure you can enter Eros, and enter Eros in the comment section, or like other asteroids or something, and look at it in your chart, and wherever the sign or house is, it can tell you like what kind of partner or mate. Something easier would be to look at Venus too. You could look at Venus, but since Eros came up and not Venus, Venus actually came up in the other reading. Yeah, so there's this, idea of wanting to make sure, like, are you aimed, is your focus aimed on someone with the same values, right? Do they want the same things? And maybe that some of us in a relationship need to review that, check in with them, check in with ourselves, and see if, like, yeah, we're on the same page, we're still going in the same direction, we still want the same things. Taurus season is about finances and morals, and also values, things that we value. So, in partnership and with other people, it makes sense. Like, it's just kind of smart to get those conversations over with in the beginning, but also it's like we can't always do that perfectly, because things shift and change, and we grow and we turn into, I'm 37 years old, and I got in with my partner when we were 23. So it's like things grow and shift and change, and you change as a person, and your values totally shift and change. And it's kind of silly to expect someone else's to shift and change with you. So just kind of, I don't know, looking into that and seeing, seeing what changes you feel like need to be made. Or maybe your partner has a feeling about changes that need to be made. Yeah. Also got the elephant pile too, which really, to me, kind of is like this unexpected opportunity that's kind of like bubbling below the surface that wants to come out. Let's see more about it with the Oracle card. Wants to come out, wants to be seen, be offered. Interesting. Okay, so maybe this unexpected opportunity, and I feel like it's also unexpected offer. So it could be an unexpected romantic offer, things moving forward in partnership. Maybe that's what this review is for. Let me turn my hair off. And yeah, maybe the shift that comes is in a romantic relationship. But remember, the ancestors are trying to say, like, but remember, if you're feeling stuck, what can help you get there? Like, reviewing what your goals are. Also, on the other side of the coin, it could be an unexpected opportunity to travel, to do something on, near, around, in the city of a mountain town. That is coming through really strongly. I'm not feeling, at first I was like, oh, I don't know about this card because I'm not feeling the environmentalism at all. But sometimes it's more about the image. Yeah.
So it feels like, and that's so funny. Anyway, well, hang on. Yeah, it feels like a move, a job, an opportunity for travel, for work, something like that. Also, because the deck was turned upside down and it caught my eye, and when that happens, there's usually a reason. Again, taking a leap of faith. So, you know, this unexpected opportunity, if you're kind of just like sitting around waiting for things, haven't really put yourself out there, you know, it might not come around this time. If you have been putting yourself out there and you have had the resources to do things and showcase your work and your talents and things like that, and also putting yourself out there romantically, okay? That applies to this as well. The leap of faith needs to comes hand in hand with the unexpected opportunity, if that makes sense. When you move forward, when you move in the directions of your dreams even just a little bit, like the universe moves with you. So make some small move and trust. The elephant's also really about trust. Trust that this burning desire, this burning passion, this opportunity is going to come forth, but you got to take a little bit of a risk and put yourself out there. Yeah, small step, have a leap of faith. I was going to say, like, I want examples of, like, what's the leap of faith, what's the small step, but really it feels like maybe maybe it's the thing that you have been avoiding, maybe it's the thing that you have been afraid to do. I feel like that makes sense. Like there's a wisdom here within you about what it is that you need to do, and you may have been holding this back and keeping it low and keeping it to yourself, but now is the time to leap, to share, to put the heart's true desire, okay, the heart's true desires, the fire here, the passion, into action. So taking action on some of those dreams, I feel like is going to be required this season for you. I feel like some people have. I feel like there has been some work put in. And so are the opportunities really unexpected when we opened ourselves up to the universe in the way that we did? No. But they're still much appreciated and unexpected in the sense that maybe in the past we had thought we were off limits to living and being this kind of way, or stepping into this role of who we want to be. Whether that's role of romantic partnership, dreams, maybe it's both for the people in this pile. I'm feeling a little bit of both, if I were to be honest. Okay, I'm feeling that is it. Interesting that we got Guinevere, True Love, and Eros together, so I really do feel like there are some of us in this working to, just make shifts in their relationship, come together. We have Mercury retrograde, I forget when, but retrograde's always a good time to review, okay? So maybe it's going to be reviewing relationships, always good to review finances and the ties that we have in romantic relationships and finances, making sure everybody's pulling their weight and things are fair and no one is, more overburdened than the other in the partnership. Okay, pile 2. Feeling great about that one too for you. Pile 3, the unicorn. I also picked this pile. Okay, let's pull you a tarot card. Let's see what is coming. Ooh, right away. For Taurus season, for the first eclipse, the world, Archangel Michael, a job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path toward enlightenment. So it really feels like a lot of inner work. This pile has been putting in, subconscious, unconscious patterns. Maybe you've been doing like inherited trauma resolution work, inner child work, mother wound work, all that wound trauma work. And you've been putting a lot into yourself, and that's really being validated and recognized here. And there is some sort of, like, if you've been feeling like stuck in the 12th house, like you haven't really moved out of Pisces season, like this come May, I feel like this pile is going to start reaping the benefits and the fruits of this labor. I also feel that's true because we also got Ace of Air, brilliant new ideas and inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning maybe because we're still feeling like we're in Pisces season, and so it's a little, I wouldn't say challenging, I would say more like foggy, groggy, okay? But by May 1st, I see this pile moving out of it. Those brilliant new ideas and coming in, this inspiration. Maybe you did learn something new about a situation. It's kind of, that's the fog thing too. Like when we can move out of a fogginess, then it means that we can see the truth and the clarity of something more. It doesn't feel like it's super heavy. Just like, oh, okay, I didn't have that piece of information. Now I can do this instead of this. And I feel like there's going to be lots of public recognition for this group. If you work for yourself, then maybe your clients like publicly recognizing you, like tagging you and sharing things about like your work on social media or in the newspaper or on television. Lots of contentment and joy for you at this time in your life, this season of your life. And yes, you feeling gratitude. And I'm also getting like a lot of people feeling gratitude for you and for your work and for the things that you have been doing. And also this path toward enlightenment here really makes me feel like, it's a lot of this, maybe it's this inner work that people don't realize that you have been doing that has had such a positive effect on like your outer relationships, okay? Because there's something about this that's like, all the work you have done, and it could be public recognition for job work, career work, but I think at the base, at the root of it is you getting your mental health like together. Basically like doing 12th house work just feels like it's really standing out to me. I don't know why. You also got Mars from the astrology deck, so taking lots of action this season in life, making sure not to burn out. Mars is a really active, passionate planet, so you might see yourself really busy. Lots of movement, lots going on, lots of plans. And so like the warning here though is just to like don't overheat. There could also be the potential for arguments, misunderstandings, and so really you're getting the call from the ancestor, interesting, to put this energy into other things. And so like when I turn this over, it's put your energy into the earth. So laying on the earth, running in place on the earth, running, not in place on the earth, going for a run on the earth. Like, I don't think we realize how much like anger, rage, and other emotions that we release when we are putting like body parts onto the pavement. Like stomping can be really healthy. Yeah, and also just like I'm hearing like really connecting with the earth more, getting out in nature when you can. Like this Mars energy, when it goes not directed or when it's indirected and it ends up being, misdirected at somebody, losing all my words. That's where like, yeah, it's misdirected. Anger can sometimes be misdirected passion, and if you're not consistently like working out or consistently having sex, I don't know, however you want to release this, then that's when it comes out in other ways is what I'm hearing. And so for this pile, like, you're really being called to utilize the earth and express your passions, and, you know, have an outlet for these things. That's what it is. Have an outlet. And the earth can be one of those outlets, one of your outlets, right? For your feelings. Like, the earth is always there. You know, there's something about the earth being the first mother. So, like, when we can't go to our mothers, we can go to our, if we don't feel like we can go to our birth mothers, or if they're gone, or if we struggle with a relationship with them, if they're not supportive, all of these things, if they're unsafe, there's always our first mother, which is Mother Nature, Mother Earth. So, like, this idea of going to the mother with our problems, right? We get re-energized by it. And also I'm hearing, like, balancing all this action with great deep rest. Okay? Yeah, because you might have you got the crow, a lot of this action, I feel like, is physical, but it's also, like, mental. Because the crow, you know, gets psychic downloads and is, you know, insight, but to keep this in balance and to keep all of this, like, action and stuff that's going on, not just physical, but I feel like mental now with this coming out. I don't know why. Balancing it. I'm even, like, talking faster now in this pile. Balancing it with these calming, right, things, like being on the earth, laying on the earth, meditating in whatever way, shape, or form you like to do that. It doesn't have to be the typical meditative things, right? I want to pick a, goddess oracle. Okay. Let's see if anything's coming up. Yeah, so, like, I feel like there is lots of, like, magic beneath the surface here for you, and this season might be a lot about you tapping into your gifts and into that magic and all that's kind of burrowing beneath and within you. But again, there is this need, as I said with Mars, to balance all that incoming messaging and all this magic with nourishment, right? Making sure, like, you're feeding yourself and all those simple things. We have a tendency sometimes when we spend more time being, like, psychic, being, you know, in this world, we're in the spiritual realm where we are receiving all of this, to fall behind on our human things. Pele, divine passion, be honest with yourself. What is your true heart's desire? Yeah, so there's this energy of, like, beneath this crow. Maybe some of us have been hiding it. Maybe some of us thought it's not ready. But it's time to take action on our passions. Okay? This passion that is burning beneath the crow. If we haven't already done so, Taurus season feels like the time. Like, what's going to happen next, because that's kind of the energy of this card, is that the people in this pile are just going to, like, hopefully not have a volcano of anger burst. Because remember what I said before, like, when we don't execute, I don't like that word, when we don't live out our true passions and desires, you know, it's like a volcano eruption, and then something sets us off, like seeing someone else live theirs, or someone looking at us wrong, right? Sometimes it doesn't take a lot to get upset, and then we erupt. Do we want to erupt with anger and rage, or do we want to erupt with this explode with this passion project that we have, because it's going to happen one or two ways. We're either going to put ourselves out there in the world as this figure is, dancing with both the light and the dark of who we are, both the light and the dark of what we're passionate about, because it is tough to live out your full dreams and your passions and to be your true self in front of everybody and say, this is me, this is who I am. Show yourself, right? That's why I think that her breasts are bare, because it's like, to stand in the true light of living our divine passion is courageous, and it's a risk to be seen. But you're really being asked to take that risk, to show yourself, to take action on your desire. Be honest about what's burning beneath the surface. That's what feels like this is. Like, you have a whole world of ideas and things, you know, bubbling beneath you. It's time to take action. Feeling called to look in the book for Pele, because I feel like some people might be asking, like, well, how? Yeah, make sure your career matches your true interests. Take a class or start a hobby that really excites you. Change jobs. Like, that's so easy. I know it's not overnight. Yeah, investing time and money in yourself and making an honest assessment of what do you do in your day that brings you the most passion, and trying your best to like really hone in and focus on doing just those things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of want to pull another one. Yeah. Just the final advice, the final message for pile 3. So for some of us, that divine passion might have to do with being a healer, energy healer, Reiki healer. I love when these come up together, because that's like real healer, caretaker vibes. And it's not like, sure, it can be nurse, but it also can be like Reiki energy, spiritual guide, like so many things. Feel like, yeah, we have very natural healing, spiritually healing, energetically healing, all of those things, vibes in this pile. Unicorn. And I think for those of us in this pile, like, maybe some of what we do or what we are going to do in the future has to do with, yes, offering support and compassion, but usually when these come up together, like the double touching, to me that has to do with, you really touch and impact people's lives in a deep healing way. And a job, something in the future for you, a connection might be to heal people with touch. That doesn't always have to be direct touch with these days on the internet, right? We could do Reiki like over the phone and online, I know, and all that stuff, but that's coming through very powerfully. So really, if one of your gifts is to, and it could be massage, it could be acupuncture, like anything healing that uses the hands, sound healing, chiropractor, whatever. I really feel that coming through, really feeling like Taurus season is going to be the season where this pile, yes, shines, and also these gifts like come out of the woodworks. Remember the crow? Like, maybe that's what's been beneath here. This compassionate, supportive, healing, caregiving energy, as long as it's linked to a passion, right? And you want to do this. But I really do feel like, yes, step out, take action, pile 3. it really feels like Taurus season is going to be the season for that. I am really excited to see what comes forth for you, for us, since I picked this pile as well. And yeah, happy Taurus season, happy easy almost eclipse season. And if you want to purchase a reading, you can do that at the link in my bio. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.